watch Spider-Man Homecoming. Welcome to GamesBound podcast number 9. I'm Jacob.
We're so close to... Hi, I'm Evan. We're so close to the double-digit one.
To double digits, yeah. And then
Wow.
we'll be stuck in double digits for 90 more episodes.
Good thing that we'll be moving into a daily podcast from here on out.
Yeah.
So
it'll be good.
get ready for that.
Especially with the slow news. We'll get into the news later.
Okay.
How are you doing?
I am doing really well, actually. Like, this week has been so good. Yeah. I can't complain. Like, everything's good. How are you?
All right. That was way too, like...
Was it, like, too much?
Yeah, that was, like, Good Morning America cheeriness. That's, like, yeah.
You know, I've always wanted my own talk show. You know? Like, it would be a mix of, like, Conan O'Brien's, like, cleverness mixed with the energy of, like, Jimmy Fallon. Like that's how I kind of imagine. With the biting political...
So, like, a night show.
Yeah, like, with the biting political commentary of, like, Samantha Bee. And just, like, bring all that in together with the graphics from, like, John Oliver. And, like, bring all that in.
For a lot right now.
And that's my talk show.
Well, it sounds easy.
Oh, yeah, it is easy. I just need...
a crew of 50 people.
A
budget of $100,000 a week.
I also need, like, a charismatic, like, quirky kind of, like, sidekick. Not like a sidekick, but, like, kind of like a second person there that I will, like, talk to. And then, like, that...
Sidekick.
Yeah, like a sidekick. Like, he or she is not the main house, but, like, I am. You know, like,
Sure.
This show's about me.
Yeah.
You know, it's Midnight Madness with Evan Quinter. It's not Midnight Madness with whoever my sidekick is.
Is the name of the show Midnight Madness?
You know, like, I'm just spitballing right now. But, like, it seems like we've all landed on Midnight Madness.
It's not great.
Well, I mean, like, that's the name we've come up with after, like, 2 or 3, like, mind mapping sessions.
Sure. Okay, yeah, sure.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It was a rough, like, first half of the week. It was just tiring, a lot going on.
Sure.
And then it got better.
I don't even know what happened at the first part of the week.
Well, I guess we can not talk about that on air. It was just work stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Primarily, but yeah.
That's personal.
Let's speak of the news. Shall we?
How much is there?
Not a lot. It's still, like, I feel like it usually doesn't take this long for E3 stuff to, like, or for E3 to fade away and for people to start saying stuff again. But here we are. I feel like for the past month and a half it's been dry.
Maybe this is, like, a good sign, like, everyone's just kind of, like, building something up. And, I mean, like, I don't know when, but, like, soon enough, it's
the
just
dam
gonna...
bursts.
Boom! Like, all these crazy announcements, like, coming forth. Like,
I like that
everything.
optimism.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but I like that optimism. So let's get to the first story. Not something I'm hugely knowledgeable about because I haven't played these games.
Okay, like,
but this comes from...
I'll take over then.
Okay, yeah, sure. Eurogamer, Tom Phillips. The article is called BioWare Hears Loud and Clear Fan Demand for More Mass Effect and Dragon Age. So... Casey Hudson, on a Midsummer blog update, this is from Eurogamer, he says, "We hear loud and clear the interest in BioWare doing more Dragon Age and Mass Effect. So rest assured that we have some teams hidden away working on some secret stuff that I think you'll really like. We're just not ready to talk about it and to talk about any of it for a little while." And then he also mentioned Star Wars The Old Republic, saying, "In the meantime, our Star Wars The Old Republic team is hard at work on some amazing plans for the coming year, with new features and surprises that I think make it the game's most exciting year yet."
Wow, that's a bold move.
I'm like, let's just let The Old Republic die, right? Like, I played it back around, like, I played a little bit when it went free to play.
Sure.
It's fun, but that was back, like, beginning of high school. That was maybe...
Has it really been around that long?
Yeah, that was high school. So maybe we can, like, let it go a little bit, do, like, a real Star Wars game next, go back to, like, do a full-on remake of Knights of the Old Republic or something.
Well, I mean, they have that already full game going on that they...
Not at BioWare.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. That's EA, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all of it's EA. BioWare is part of EA. BioWare is a studio that EA has.
But BioWare is not making.
BioWare is not doing the story.
Oh, okay.
That is not Visceral. They're the ones who closed down Respawn Entertainment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. BioWare did Knights of the Old Republic back in the
course.
day. They also did KOTOR 2, and then they did Star Wars: The Old Republic, which is the MMO. Thing.
So here's my question about Mass Effect.
Yes.
Why? Because I thought it ended after Mass Effect 3, and then they're like, okay, we'll make one more. We'll make one more, and we'll call it Andromeda. Is that what that one's called? And
Mass Effect Andromeda.
I thought it was over.
Well, so I think the thing was 3 was the end of that story, and they were like, yeah, we can do more Mass Effect stuff in universe. Mm-hmm. And so Andromeda, I don't believe has any connections. You don't play as Shepard or anything. I don't think any of that stuff shows up. So it's just in universe kind of thing. But yeah, it didn't go well because it was it was kind of buggy at the start and wasn't fully fleshed out or something. I didn't play it personally, but it did not go incredibly well for them at the start.
That sucks.
I think, yeah. And so hopefully if they do choose to do more Mass Effect in the future, then maybe they can make it good.
Dare I say good?
I also, here's the thing. So, Dragon Age I have no experience with.
Sure.
I've, watched it and I've been interested, but I never had a console. Well, I guess it's a lot. I did a little bit of Dragon Age Inquisition, which was the last game they put out.
I love Dragon Age. That was the one that I was the expert in.
Well, no, because I said Dragon Quest and you thought it was Dragon Age last week.
You're not wrong. Yeah, I definitely got that mixed up. But no, Dragon Age is a game. It's not
there you go. That's all you need.
That's what I'm getting my major in.
Yeah, I played Inquisition a little bit, 5 hours maybe.
Sure.
That was the most recent game that came out. That was 2014, and nothing since. And I was like, yeah, it was all right. I don't know how similar that system was to Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2.
Sure.
But I guess that'd be cool if they, do something else with that. But I kind of feel like Mass Effect, I want them to do something new. Or I want them to do something Star Wars.
From my vast expertise in Dragon Age,
Of course.
Dragon Age Inquisition was a step in different direction from Dragon Age 2, right?
Okay.
So if they're going to make another one, or if they're going to make another Mass Effect, I think you're right. They need to do another step in another direction, right? Because Dragon Age Inquisition was cool.
Sure.
Went sure.
Yeah.
It was, it happened, and people were like, okay, cool, whatever.
I think it won some Game of the Year awards, but I think it was also 2014, so it was a very dry year. Actually, here, you keep talking about that. Let me see what won Game of the Year awards in 2014.
And so, I think you're right when you're making that point. Especially if Mass Effect did not do well with that last time that they came out with a new game. You need these new games to step in a new direction. There needs to be some revolution of not revolutions, but it needs to be revamped a little bit.
So this is the nominees for Game of the Year for the Game Awards.
Sure.
2014. I think this was the first year they did the Game Awards proper. Jeff Keighley always had some Game Awards thing going on, but this was the first year of the Game Awards.
Okay.
It was Dragon Age Inquisition 1. And it was also up against Bayonetta 2, Dark Souls 2, which is supposedly the worst in this series, Hearthstone,
what?
and Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor.
Okay, that's a good game.
Yeah,
but
pretty good. So that's what that year was.
How did Hearthstone make it up there?
Because it was a slow year, I guess.
It was the best. Wait, why didn't I'm confused.
Shovel Knight. We're looking at the Wikipedia page. Shovel Knight won Best Independent Game. Yeah, so definitely interesting.
What? Wait, Destiny came out that year. Why wasn't that Game of the Year?
Did Destiny come out that year?
Best soundtrack.
I guess. Well, that might be. I thought. Yeah.
I'm just upset that Hearthstone made it into that top 5 that year.
No, I'm trying to. I think that's what they Game Trailers I think did. Yeah, 2014. Destiny does have a good soundtrack. I remember playing the original one in the opening, the title screen.
He was always boss.
But yeah, interesting. I think that was just a slow year in general. But yeah, so who knows? I mean, they have Anthem coming out. Sure. I think that's what this was, a blog post, and so kind of responding to that because like they kind of are trying to work on it or trying to look at what their future is after Anthem. That comes out in March, I believe, March 2019.
Sure.
And it'll be interesting since that is, as far as we can tell, like Destiny-ish, in that it will be long-term. It won't be release this game and you're good, maybe set some like expansions and stuff, but it seems like it's going to be that games as a service kind of thing. I mean, to be seen. We don't know for sure, but that's kind of the impression because it is so Destiny-esque.
Wouldn't that have worked out better if it came out either at the beginning of this generation or like at the beginning, like at the beginning of a generation, so that it could like stay for that whole generation?
Yeah, because I mean, theoretically, the like PS5 and the Xbox One 2 or whatever, those are probably going to be, I guess we can say Xbox Scarlet because that's the code name.
Mm-hmm.
Those are theoretically going to be, my guess, released holiday 2020. So November 2020. I think announced and released in 2020.
2 years.
Which is why I think it's so weird that they talked about Scarlet at E3 this year. It's like, why say it? It was passable when you mentioned Project Scorpio, the Xbox One X, a year before it happened.
Yeah.
Like a year and a half before it came out. But for a new console generation, why? Why would you do that? Like, especially when, like, maybe years back it might have been like, all right, the console was announced like a year and a half, 2 years ahead of time. But now it's, announced and released in the same year.
Yeah.
Like Switch announced with the trailer in October of 2016 and then released March of 2017.
Sure.
PS4 announcement in either February or March of 2013, released November 2013. Why talk about it now?
Okay.
And it was the same thing with Xbox One. They did a press conference like a month later, I think. And then they really went into it for E3 that year. This is a tangent. But yeah, I agree. Like, it might be interesting. Maybe that does mean that it's going to be not as long-term as Destiny if it is so close to the end of the cycle.
Or maybe it'll be backwards compatible.
Well, that too. I'm trying to think. I mean, the thing with Destiny was that it was released on the PS3 and 360 and the PS4 and Xbox One. So they don't have that benefit. And I think I think you can do backwards compatibility. Like, they can release Anthem for the PS5 and whatever as well.
Sure.
But it might be tricky, like, making them work across each other is the thing. Because, like, backwards compatibility, people, like, kind of associate a lot with the single-player game. So you can just, like, plug in the disc. Doing something that's multiplayer and on a server might be a little tougher to do. And that's from my extremely expansive knowledge on game development. But yeah, it'll be interesting. And who knows if, like, them saying, we have stuff in the works for Mass Effect and Dragon Age means, like, comic books or novels or something like that. Tabletop RPG.
Okay.
I mean, it's probably, like, actual games, but I kind of wish they would... I guess Anthem is new, but I think we can move on from Mass Effect after Andromeda. Dragon Age, sure. I think there needs to be a new Star Wars game.
That's why I was like so confused when I like, guys, don't worry, we're still making Mass Effect, and I was like, really?
Yeah. I mean, maybe it'll be like a redemption story from Andromeda.
That'd be cool, and then like, it's good.
Yeah. And then they can yeah, exactly. Like just like make a good one, leave it alone,
and not
move
a good
on
note.
to something new.
Exactly. Like, and not a good note.
Yeah. So something interesting, kind of like non-news right now, but kind of like pre-news.
Maybe like news of what's
news for next year. But yeah, we'll see. So this next story is the actual bit of news we have today.
Oh.
So the NPD group, which is the group they like track game sales, basically. They do a monthly chart of like the top 10 selling games.
Sure.
And also they track how the consoles are doing and stuff like that. So we can take a look at the top 10. Try to look away from this. I want you to guess. This is for June 2018. It always takes a month before they release the numbers. You're not going to get any of these. What do you think is number one?
Number one game?
Yeah, number one selling game of June 2018.
Does this have to be that like it came out in June 2018?
No.
Okay.
Just a game. Yeah.
Hollow Knight maybe? I don't know.
No. I don't think they are able to track digital sales on Nintendo on the eShop.
So it's just like literally whatever was bought.
Yeah. I think it might track digital sales. I don't know this for sure. I think it does track digital sales for. You can look at me, just don't look at the screen.
Oh yeah, I was like really
I think it only doesn't track digital sales for Nintendo, which is why this number one is impressive. Mario Tennis Aces came out in June and was number one, just physical sales. Well,
I mean, like that's cool. Like that's like.
I mean, it's the same effect as like Mario Kart, right? Like Mario Kart has been on the top 10 NPD chart like since it came out.
I just didn't even know that game came out.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's out.
There it is. All right.
It came out like a week or a few days after E3, something like that. Oh. Speaking of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I'll just say that was number 6.
Okay, cool.
Still in the top 10. Number 2.
God of War.
There you go. Did you see it?
I
saw you. Yeah.
I saw that
which
one.
I love. Also, they put a stat for this. I'm reading off of IGN.
Sure.
Right now. They say this is the fastest selling PlayStation exclusive since they began tracking in 1995. The previous record holder was The Last of Us. So good for God of War.
Good for them.
They're still going on. The person from the NPD group, Matt Piscatella, also says, I currently project God of War finishing 2018 as the 8th best-selling game in the U.S. market. But a few more months of performance like this, and I may have to raise those expectations.
Wow.
So, cool stuff.
Cool stuff.
Did you see number 3?
No. But
this is
I don't know what
crazy
else.
to me. I mean, it's not crazy. It makes sense. But how has it been in the top 10 still? Grand Theft Auto 5. PS3.
When did
it came out on the PS3 and 360 in 2013, I believe, and then it re-released for PS4 and.
Because I remember, because it came out at the end of the 360 generation. Yeah.
And so then they re-released it with the first-person mode and stuff like that on current-gen consoles, and it's still up there.
I'm just like
who doesn't have Grand Theft Auto 5 right now that still wants Grand Theft Auto 5?
Me.
I mean, we can download it.
Okay, cool. So then we just add it to that.
Well, I mean, I already have it.
Oh, okay, just kidding.
And by I already have it, I mean before my brother got a PS4, he bought it on my account.
Nice.
So.
But didn't they just come out with a new expansion?
I'm sure they're always coming out with new stuff. I think we talked about this last week too.
It's called After Hours. I always get a commercial about it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Like all the time.
But yeah, crazy that it's still up there. This one's interesting to me. The Crew 2. I believe that came out in June. It's a racing game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it did super. I think it was just fine critically. It was 7 out of 10. But interesting that it's number 4, especially since I don't think racing games are typically so high up. Number 5, Far Cry 5.
Love that.
That's probably going to be the number 1. I believe that's their projection is that Far Cry 5 is probably going to be the number 1 selling game of 2018, which is cool. I mean, it also makes sense because multi-platform, PS4 and Xbox One, but still cool. Mario Kart 8, like I said, number 6. Number 7, Lego Incredibles.
I love that.
That's really funny.
Yes.
And that can't be. I don't know. I guess I can't say that. I figure it's just all the parents buying their kids Lego Incredibles. You know. I don't even know if it's good. Who knows? Number 8, FIFA 18, makes sense. Because FIFA's huge worldwide. And a World Cup, obviously. Yeah. That was in June. That started in June. Number 9, Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Good for them.
Okay.
Still going. That remaster has been pretty good. And I think in the past year they've seen remasters kind of jumping up a lot, which is cool. And then number 10, I didn't expect this to be a super huge seller, so it's cool that it's at least number 10. Came out towards the end of May. Detroit Become Human.
Really? That wasn't that didn't do well sale wise?
Well, I'm sure it'll be fine sales wise, but I didn't really expect it to be huge sales wise. It's still number 10. But yeah,
because that's the one where you can choose it's the one with the androids and the robots, and you get to
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, talking about Grand Theft Auto, IGN has down here, Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold over 95 million copies since it was released in 2013. That's insane to me. Let's see. There's also a few other cool stats. The PS4 continues to sell incredibly well as it was the best-selling console platform in June and remains the best-selling console this year. But it's good news for other platforms as well, with Xbox One hardware sales earning nearly twice as much money in June 2018 when compared to the same month last year. And Switch sales are up by 50% from last year.
Wow.
And also, fascinating, like PS4, the best selling console of all those.
Sure.
But although it's not technically a console, the NES Classic was the highest selling. It sold more than the PS4 in June. And that's hilarious. I mean, especially considering, because that, like, it wasn't, you could pre-order it, but it wasn't officially released. Like, they didn't restock it until, like, the end of June.
Sure.
And I know this because I bought one for my dad. And so I was, like, waiting. Like, that morning, I was like, buy. And luckily, I got one. But it was, like, I'm surprised. Like, that's really funny to me that it beat out everything else. But, yeah, kind of a cool list. I always love seeing these numbers. It's pretty fascinating to me. What do you think is going to be number one for July?
Game-wise?
Yeah. I have to imagine Octopath is going to be up there. I don't think it'll be number one, but I have to imagine it'll be up there.
Because when did it come out?
That was like the beginning of July. I want to say it was the 11th.
Well, then it's going to be between that and Far Cry. Right?
I don't know. I think maybe it'll still be Mario Tennis Aces, honestly.
Was there a game that came out at the end of June that was like pretty big?
Not that I'm aware of. It might take a while to look.
Because I was going to say, if it came out like super late in June, then it might not have had the like bump.
I think
the like time it needed.
So Mario Aces came out late June.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything huge in June. In July, the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker remake or remaster, the port came out. So maybe that'll be top 10. That would be really cool to see in the top 10. I expect so. Like everybody's asking for all the Wii U games to be moved to Switch, since nobody was able to do it in what am I thinking? Whatever. The Crew 2 came out June 29th, so that's actually pretty cool that it was number 4.
Yeah, they made it that fast.
But yeah, nothing else huge. Mario Tennis Aces was June 22nd. Looking at July, let's see. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and Octopath Traveler were July 13th. That's right, that was Friday the 13th. And then nothing else huge came out.
The No Man's Sky.
Yeah, the update. I guess that could have a chance of charting, especially since it wasn't on Xbox One originally, so anybody who's buying it on Xbox One. Plus, it was on sale, so I guess I could see that charting, but I don't think it'll be number one.
I feel like Hello Neighbor will maybe rank low.
I don't think so.
Really?
Because everything I'm hearing about the Switch port is that it is not good. They did not test it enough. It was rushed out too early. So I think that bad press is not going to help it.
Because it'll look cool. Like, it looks like a...
Yeah. I mean, it's already on PC. That's the thing. It's like people know what it is. And you can get it on PC and it'll work better. But...
Do that.
Yeah.
Then August... Wait, what's coming out? August?
Well, I mean, we can talk about August for next month. I don't want to get too far ahead. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
So yeah, just some cool numbers just going through. Also, some interesting numbers came out. I don't have the article pulled up in front of me, but I believe lifetime sales reported so far, PS4 has sold about 82 million. So by this time next year, they might be nearing 100 million, which is cool. Probably not going to beat the PS2, which holds the all-time record for sales, which I believe is 155 million. I don't know if anything's going to be able to catch that. That might have been like a freak thing. The PS2 sold so well.
So, it like when we're looking at like generations. So like I'll go by like just like the PS because it's easier.
Sure.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Does PlayStation like let's say like PlayStation versus Xbox? Does PlayStation win all of it?
What do you mean?
Is there a generation where like the PS or like the PlayStation console that if that generation outsold and was like more favored for that generation? So like PS4 is like winning.
I think I think it depends on the generation. So for example, like from the get-go, because of the bad press from the Xbox One, and it was a higher price point.
Sure.
Xbox One had a slower start, and they've definitely been like ramping up since then. But I still think they're only around like 20 or 30 million. I don't have the exact number, but they are lower. Than PS4. Also notable because the Switch just coming out last year is probably it's like at 19.67 million.
So it's almost kind of caught up.
Yeah, which is really cool. So like probably by now, since that was reported, it's probably hit 20 million. So yeah, interesting numbers. It's also cool to see just because it's like not yay for PS4. But it's like cool that people are still buying consoles.
Yeah.
I think because I think that was a worry, especially towards the end of the PS3 life cycle. People were like, I don't know, consoles are probably going to be phased out, and then people were like, no, they're still here. Like, there's no why bother. So yeah, definitely cool numbers. I don't have the exact article pulled up, but I believe it was 82 million for PS4, and then basically 20 million for the Switch.
Cool.
So cool numbers there. And then I also believe. This is me. I'm pulling this from the Easy Allies podcast in my head because I just listened to it. I think they also talked about from that report the top 3 selling Switch games are Super Mario Odyssey at 11 million. Second is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 10 million, I believe, and then Breath of the Wild is at like 9 million.
Cool.
Yeah, and I don't think maybe Uncharted 4 is the most selling PS4 game, but I don't know if that's right or not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, cool stuff. I love numbers like that. But yeah, we can move on to the smaller story, which is basically 1 second. It's still on sales. Octopath Traveler sells 1 million copies worldwide.
Yay!
Which is good for them. Originally, we found out Nintendo of Europe tweeted out a picture of like all the heroes and holding a flag that says 1 million, thanks, whatever. So, cool. Cool that it's doing so well. Hopefully that means we get more of those kinds of things. Maybe it means, hey, get that team to do an Earthbound remake in that engine or something like that.
It's not gonna happen.
I can dream.
You've been pushing for that since day one, and it's.
I have been.
Just
I absolutely have been. I just want anything Earthbound, okay?
Doesn't need to be a remake.
You're gonna play that at some point, by the way. We're gonna make it happen.
Okay.
I mean, like, it can even be, like, us playing it. You don't even have to play it on your own. Because I also want to play it. I want to play all the games again. Yeah. So, cool stuff. Congratulations to Octopath Traveler. I forget the name of the studio that made it. It's Square Enix, but I don't remember the specific studio. Unless it's just, like, an internal studio that's just, like, called Square Enix. Developers, there we go, Acquire. Square Enix and Acquire is the name of the developer. So cool. Good for them.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Yeah, and so that's all I got for news. So I guess we got what you've been up to. Should I start with mine, or do we want to do what? So Evan hasn't played much of anything.
At all. No. It has been quite a week.
This is the week where we do more Ocarina of Time. I know we've been saying that for every week for the past month. This is the week. You hear us. This is the week.
You know, here at GamesBound, we do love to make these promises and goals in our life and
ignore them.
Yeah, and just completely abandon them. Yeah.
It's good stuff. So do you want me to do your thing, or do we want to do me first?
Why don't we do your thing, because I see that first game that you have, and I know that you really want to spend some time on it. So.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, you're going to have to ask me questions, I think, because I don't want to spoil anything.
You don't want to spoil anything?
No, I do not want to spoil this game. About 4 or 5 days ago, I beat God of War. And it is incredible.
Yeah.
What a 10 out of 10 game. Love it. Still playing it. Still going to go back and like get the Platinum Trophy, things like that.
No, yeah, of course.
Also should be noted, on September 7th, 2018, going to be getting the PS4 Pro Spider-Man edition. So I'm very excited. I'm like kind of like putting off, like I'm going to get back to Horizon, but I'm kind of putting it off until the PS4 Pro gets here because I know it's going to look incredible on that. I mean, everything's going to look incredible.
That's in a month.
That's in a month.
Are we gonna have like?
I mean, also, I guess I can't really push it back too much because when that comes, I'm gonna be playing Spider-Man.
Are we gonna have like an unboxing like celebration?
I mean, as long as it's not just unboxing, we gotta figure something else for it. But yeah, so God of War, incredible game. Love the combat. Love the story. I think I talked about last time I talked about this. How the idea is that it's all one take, Birdman style, and they follow through with it the entire way. And I love that kind of stuff. I love movies and TV shows when they do one take stuff. Like my favorite episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia is Charlie Work, where most of it is one take.
That's a good episode.
It is a great episode.
That's a good episode.
By the way, I realized, like, I knew that It's Always Sunny was off of Netflix. It's on Hulu now.
It's on Hulu?
Yeah. So probably going to go through that again. At least season 12. They actually just put up the first image for season 13. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. But yeah.
It's always good.
So, It's Always Sunny.
In Philadelphia.
But yeah, story should be good. I don't want to go too in depth about the story since I feel like this is one of the things where if you're interested in God of War, like just play it. Try to have as little info about the story as possible. It's one of those things, kind of like Infinity War, although you kind of need all the lead up for Infinity War. But yeah, do you have any questions about that?
So, like, my experience with Game of War is that I come home and you are zoned in to this, like, world, right?
Sure.
And that's cool that, like, a game can, like, bring you in so much. And so, like, it just looks amazing. And so, like, no, I don't have any questions because I've been able to see, and, like, of course I don't know the whole story, so I really can't really spoil anything.
Right.
But just the way it played, how smooth it was. Oh my god, the graphics were so pretty.
It looked so good.
It was so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm excited to see. I mean, congratulations to Cory Barlog, the director of the game. He deserves a break. I think that's what he's been doing for the past 3 months. And I can only assume and hope that he is doing the sequel. Because I think his vision is what made it so good. It was his idea to do such a departure from the original God of War games.
And it worked.
Yeah. Like, I was watching an interview with him. And he was talking about how, before they revealed the game at E3 2016, people on the team were we're ruining this franchise. They're going to hate us for it because, it was going to be the first time they were going to show it. So everybody was getting really nervous that people were going to hate it. And then they showed it, and everybody loved it. And, yeah, just congratulations to him and the whole Santa Monica Studios team. Very cool. Very good game. Definitely deserves all the success that they've been getting. Yeah, the game plays just so well. I think I'd mentioned this last time, throwing that axe and catching it is one of my favorite things now in games. Yeah, and also, holding R2 to do, just the heavy attack where you just, charge up, and then you just, do a huge cleave into, an enemy's shoulder, and then you just, rip him apart. It's, it's real good. Yeah, also, all the performances from the voice actors and motion capture is really good. But yeah.
So is the sequel to this game, is it going to be still in Norse?
Yes.
Okay. Without
spoilers. I mean, that's kind of a spoiler, but yes. Yeah. And the thing is, I talked about last time how he's moving from the Greek world into the Norse world, but they don't abandon the old games, which is cool. It's still relevant. It's not just it's not Assassin's Creed, where, all right, now we're in Egypt, or now we're in America, or now we're in England. It's and none of the other stuff matters. He is now in the Norse mythology, but all that stuff matters. All the things that happen in those old games are still coming to haunt him, basically.
Sure.
Which is really cool to see. So yeah, it's very exciting. Yeah, good game.
Good game.
I wanted to finish Hollow Knight, and I can. I'm right at the end, but I just have been choosing not to because I'm just going around and doing all the extra bosses that I haven't done and stuff. So I'll probably have more to say on that next week. And also, Okami HD, the Switch version, comes out on August 9th, so I'm probably going to buy that for $20. I'm excited about that, so I can actually finish it. And then we don't have to spend too much time on this. I just wrote it down because I thought it was funny.
Sure.
I've been playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, which is the mobile game for Kingdom Hearts.
Wow.
Surprisingly fun. It's like it's not standard Kingdom Hearts combat at all. Instead, it's somewhat Chain of Memories-esque, where it's like you have these medals that you're playing that do like special attacks, and it's kind of like a basic like Pokemon thing,
Okay.
like partnership, where it's like not as in you're catching things, but in the combat system, where you have the red medals that are like fire, but not fire, but they're red, and those are good against the green medals, which are good against the water medals, which are good against the blue medals, which are good against the red medals. So it's that like standard tree, and doing that it's like easy, but it's also like very good to just do mindless, just go through some missions, do the objectives, things like that. As a Kingdom Hearts fan, it's just cool. It's like a prequel, so it's not connected to the series too much. Not stuff that you can't see in the movie that they put on the 2.8 collection. But yeah.
I never imagined you as a mobile gamer. I never.
Oh, I'm not. I would, like, part of me really wants them to just port it to the Switch so that I don't have to use it on my phone.
I actually do have a game now.
Oh boy.
If we're talking about mobile games.
Okay, well, I wasn't really.
And it's called Battle Cats.
No.
Yes.
This doesn't count.
It does count. You brought in a mobile game, I can bring in my mobile
But
game.
it's barely it's like an actual. It's not like I'm bringing Angry Birds.
How dare you? Battle Cats is so much more sophisticated than Angry Birds. There's a whole...
Oh my god, be quick about it.
Do you have like questions for me about it?
I don't.
Like we can talk about it.
I don't have a
Basically,
question for
if you're looking for a mobile game that is mentally challenging and is interesting and is strategically difficult, get Battle Cats. It's awesome. And there's a whole like achievement like system because you're upgrading everything. It's so rewarding. And honestly, it takes maybe like 10 minutes out of your day. It's really nice.
How dare you?
Like you said, like God of War is a 10 out of 10. I would compare Battle Cats to
How dare
God
you
of War.
hijack this podcast with your Battle Cats propaganda? All right, let's move on to your thing.
Okay.
So you haven't played anything. We also didn't watch Spider-Man: Homecoming, which I alluded to at the beginning.
Sure.
So you can do your review on that. But we have been talking, just like in passing a lot, about games that you want to play. Just like things you want to catch up on. And I was thinking maybe we can order those and what you want to do next. So right now you're doing Pokemon. Right now you're doing Zelda. I just want to see what your priorities are.
Sure.
So you have... I'll write them down as we go so we don't lose track.
Sure.
You have expressed interest in Kingdom Hearts. You have expressed interest in Uncharted, which you had started Uncharted 1, but then you went to Ecuador. Actually, no, you went to Oregon first, and then Ecuador. Actually, no, you went on a boat first in the South Pacific, and then you went to Oregon, and then you went to Ecuador. Okay, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
What else have you expressed interest in? Mario Odyssey.
Oh, man, Mario Odyssey.
I
would love to play that game.
What else?
Well, Bloodborne. I need to get back to that.
Right.
Of
Bloodborne.
Course.
I'm gonna write Earthbound here for you.
If we're doing that, they might as well just put Animal Crossing on there. Like if we're
See, that's what I was thinking, but we don't have an Animal Crossing game for you to play, so.
Oh, well, what a shame.
Unless we had a Wii.
What a shame.
Or you could take my 3DS, but it's download only, and it's my 3DS. So.
Monster Hunter Online.
Oh, Monster Hunter World.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because technically all of them are online. You can do multiplayer.
I want to play God of War. I want to experience that for myself.
God of War. Is Metroid something you're interested in?
Yes, absolutely.
I'll just write Metroid in general. Any of them.
Mega Man.
Mega Man, really. You also played like the first level of Shovel Knight. Okay, this is more games than I was anticipating, but let's see.
Oh yeah, let's just keep it going.
Okay.
I want to finish the story in FIFA 2017 with Alex Hunter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well that works out because I have something I want to do with FIFA in the future. Hint, hint. Don't get excited. That's like later down the line. FIFA 17. Or bad on the list. All right, sure.
Spider-Man when it comes out.
Okay, well that's yeah.
Okay, so like let's just do games that we have right now.
Yeah, that are available to us. Because obviously Spider-Man, I'm going to be playing that too. So
yeah, I'm not going to put Zero Horizon Dawn on there because because that's your thing, and I don't want to take your thing. But even though God of War is your thing, like I'm going to take that.
It'll take everything except for Horizon. That's all you did.
That's totally your thing. I mean, like, what other games you have?
I had something else in my head, but I don't remember. I mean, you could say like Breath of the Wild or any of the other Zelda games, but let's get through Ocarina of Time before we decide what next Zelda game.
Yeah, before we just throw in another Zelda game.
Yeah. I think this is a decent list. Can you think of anything else?
Not at the moment. Maybe something will come up. Oh, dude, you got to put Pokemon on there. What are we talking about?
What do you mean? What are you gonna do next with Pokemon?
No, like I need to like beat Pokemon. Like
oh well, yeah. I'm not putting Ocarina of Time or Pokemon on there because you're in them now. I'm talking about what comes next.
Okay, cool.
So,
what comes next? Oh, lordy.
We're looking at the list. I'm not going to read them out. Let's just see. What do you want to cross off immediately as not yet?
As not yet.
Yeah.
You're gonna be upset. Earthbound.
You haven't seen Earthbound. You don't understand.
FIFA 17 because I don't need that in my life right now. Mega Man and Metroid we can leave till a later date.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. So from here on out, let's like put the remaining ones in order.
In order.
Like,
okay.
Yeah. So first
me.
for me, because after this fan film, I'm back on this wagon.
Really?
Is Uncharted, because I need to play that again. That's so cool. Mario Odyssey, absolutely. What an incredible franchise, and oh my god, it looks so good. Like I need to play that. Monster Hunter World. I know kind of very little about it, but the idea that you can customize your own character, like I'm a big fan of that.
I mean, you can do that in a lot of these games.
And the fact that you're fighting these huge monsters, and it just looks like a really cool game, and I want to experience that more. So that's why that's kind of higher on my list. Bloodborne. Nope, erase that right now. God of War. You know what? Switch God of War and Monster Hunter.
Oh my god.
Because it looks so good. It looks so good.
Monster Hunter World.
Bloodborne, and then Shovel Knight. Because Shovel Knight does look good.
We missed Kingdom Hearts. I accidentally erased it.
Put Kingdom Hearts where after Bloodborne.
After Bloodborne?
Sorry.
Dude, you're going to watch me doing the capture later, and you're going to be like, man, I want to do Kingdom Hearts right now.
Dude,
and then last for Shovel Knight.
I spent half of sophomore year watching you play Kingdom Hearts.
Not half.
A good portion. Also, it
was a lot of different Kingdom Hearts games. So you kept jumping in at different points.
I got a whole like half-hour lecture on like the history and like the
you don't
world.
know. All you can say whenever I mention Kingdom Hearts, you try to and Heartless. That you say the wrong name and you say Heartless. That's all you got.
And the Nothings.
Nope.
The Not Loves. It's
okay.
It's
so
like
I just wanted to put it to kind of sort it out a little bit. And obviously, this list can move around however you want.
Maybe we need some like organization. Like maybe this is the start of what we need to start doing. Like we have all these priorities, we have all these goals. We just need to keep making lists. Because lists.
Oh, I always make lists.
Lists keeps the world safe and sane. That's what I live by. That's my motto.
All right. I don't know quite what you mean by that, but I'll go with it.
Well, I mean, like we have all these promises and all these goals, and like I've been clearly pulling my weight, and so I think to alleviate that, like we just need to organize something like this.
Of course.
This is perfect.
Yes, of course.
And starting off, we need to do Uncharted.
All Absolutely. 4 of them, though?
Yeah. I think that's...
What?
Yeah, I think that's a game series that
they
I
need
could
to
totally
be,
binge.
on easy, though. just so you can like
Oh,
blaze through
no.
them as quickly as
No,
possible.
dude, I want that full experience. I want to feel accomplished.
There's no shame in playing on easy. I'm probably going to move God of War to easy so I can get those trophies easier.
Wow. I never knew that about you. That you were...
That I like to get trophies? You always knew this.
Yeah, you're right. No, but that's definitely a series that I could play through entirely. Because
I think you're underestimating how long they are.
But like it's like you're playing in an Indiana Jones movie with like more humor. Like that's what I imagine these games are. I mean, and like I'm not imagining. Like I played through part of the first one. But yeah, like I think that and Mario, I could totally like just go through. Like don't even have to stop. 24 hours. Like let's go. I
don't know about that.
I say, all right, I'm gonna propose something really big here. I say we just spend one day, abandon society completely, and just spend 24 hours just going through either all the Uncharted or through Mario.
Mario would probably be possible. Uncharted, maybe you could get through like 2 games.
I think that's what's going to happen, folks.
Maybe you could do 2 Uncharteds in Mario in a day.
All right, folks, so next week, prepare for that 48-hour live stream.
Nope.
Of
nope.
non-stop playing of all 4 Uncharteds.
All right, well, I just wanted to, get our minds going.
I think that's a good idea because I've never seen these games like at least like right now.
Yeah.
When I put in that order.
And then also just write down here. I don't remember everything else we had, but I'm just gonna write them down here so we don't forget them.
Mega Man.
And I'll try to worm Earthbound and stuff in there and show you more Metroid so you fully understand what that series is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't forget FIFA.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Cool. So hopefully next week, Hollow Knight's done.
Mm-hmm.
At least 2 dungeons in Zelda. Maybe more Mario plus Rabbids.
That'd be cool. Pokemon.
Maybe Pokemon. Maybe I'll have Okami by that point.
Pokemon might be done by that point. That's not true.
I know vaguely where you are, and you're not close.
Am I like almost at the halfway point? If I'm almost done with Second Island?
Sure.
Okay.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Maybe like a third.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's not going to get done.
Yeah.
No, that's not going to happen.
Like, I mean, I haven't played that in a while, but like all those Pokemon games are where it's like you do like maybe the first 2 islands or the first like 4 badges, and then like the space between like badges 7 and 8 or like 8 and Elite 4
It's
are
when you
always
do like those. Yeah.
When you do like all the story stuff, which
it's all
takes up a lot of space.
Team Rocket, like
so that's why I say closer to a third than half.
That makes sense.
But yeah. Well, I guess that's all we got for this week.
Yeah,
another slow news week, but we were able to get through some business. I guess you could say.
It was a good business podcast.
It was a good business meeting, investors meeting. Let us know what you think about anything we talked about. I mean, really, we talked about a lot of sales. What do you think is going to be number 1 for July? What do you think Evan should play?
Yeah.
Actually, that would be good. What should Evan play? What do you think he should play first out of all those games that we listed?
Yeah. That'd
be actually pretty interesting.
What have we missed? And what is priority for that list?
Yeah.
Because we were just kind of spitballing there.
Yeah. As always, comment any of that stuff. Questions, suggestions, things like that.
Subscribe, like that kind of thing.
I hate asking for subscribes though.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, especially since we're small. Like, I figure the people who are watching are subscribed.
Should we maybe we should thank the people that are subscribed for being our fan base.
Thanks, dudes.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
What'd you do?
I did the dumb finger gun thing.
Finger guns? That's not dumb. That's a classic. All right, let's not about any of those things. We'll be back. We might be doing No Man's Sky for Wednesday, and then I'll have an editorial. I'll be back on Friday.
He'll be back after
Hopefully.
his long absence.
Yeah, filming that later today.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited.
It's a filming day.
But yeah, today's a filming day.
Literally.
Today's a catch-up day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think that's
It was fun.
It was
great to talk to you. I feel like it's been a while.
It really has been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a week or something.
We literally live in the same house. And
I just barely know you anymore.
honestly.
See you later, guys. That got weird.
Got weird and intimate.